Because
it's utterly arbitrary, and you don't get to choose what color you are anyway, so don't worry about it.
Because it's designed to piss everyone off equally.
Okay.
C is kind of funky. Let me fix that.
Yes, he does not look happy. Now I need to do the fists even if no one dies.
We also need to,
mechanic.
once you get these right, we need to set up stuff, like clock spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let me update. Is this good?
Should be
Turbo,
good.
you want light
That's
party
good.
1 or 2?
Actually, B. Let me fix B too.
I don't even. I don't know. I'll do 1.
Melee 1? I'll do melee 2
There,
then.
there, that's better. Oh god, it's clear.
I'll come after you.
See ya.
I've never done that before. I'm the last person to ever do that. I don't know why I fucking. It's the little thing makes it look like there's a shield wall there that's happening.
It does, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we gotta jump off to reset.
You gotta pull the boss. That way, the person that's AFK doesn't keep us hostage.
Oh no.
Oh no!
That's the worst stuff.
Listen, if you turn off all the
mistake.
health bars, it's just
Rookie mistake.
Seth. It's just Seth laughing at killing us. How could
Sorry
you,
about that.
Seth? You killed all of us.
Okay, so we need to set up clock spots, and I think we were doing, for the parties, it was split with the DPS going to 3 and 4 and the supports going to 1 and 2. So I think we just need to set up clock spots. So everyone that was here last time, go to your... I think 0, you go south. Tanks are north and south. Healers are east and west. DPS are on the inner cards.
Typically, yes.
We need somebody at northeast and northwest to the one-way mark.
Seth is northeast or northwest. I don't know. Okay. Pick and choose.
So 0 south, then Girago.
Is Drago in a bush yet? Oh yes, yes you are. There you are.
Yeah, I think as Mr. Edgy.
Yes sir.
Girago needs to go northwest, I guess. For
Yeah,
clock
Quentin's
spot.
jumping. We're standing around the one-way mark, pretending it's the boss.
Your range 2 then.
This will be for flamethrower and all iterations of that.
Yeah, so when we say clock spots, then you get to your clock spot. About the boss. And then for the rest of the mechanics, I guess we can either let them see it and then explain as we go. We try to do pretty decent-ish call-outs for a lot of things, but our call-outs generally, you still have to think about stuff. The only thing that the call-out is met on is larboard and starboard. I think for larboard we were going to 2, and then starboard was to 4, right? I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And then if it's the same, we cross. If it's opposites, we stay. And then that's all you have to think about.
I will try to call it as we go, since in theory, it's easier for me to think about, since I'm facing the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Who is running opposite me for the big tether during the fucking program checker phase or whatever, level checker?
Oh yeah, who are we? Are we doing both healers out, or are we doing one healer, one DPS?
I mean, Jihad knows what's going on for that, so there might be sense for you and me to do it.
Yeah,
It's kind of harder for him to cast. I'll move than it is for me though. I have rune too.
I mean, there's no damage going out during that time, like no real damage. I think the towers do some stuff, but that's nothing a meta could do.
It's
All right,
marginal.
well,
I'm mostly just...
Let's just assume healers you do it for now, and then go ahead and do some pulls and see how far we get.
Sounds good. I was gonna say, if we start hitting an enrage a lot, we may want to switch who's stealing it. That's pretty much it. Just because our stronger moves are stationary cast, kind of. It's hard to weave and move.
We'll see if we even get past the first fists.
Oh yeah, we
If
didn't
all
go over
else
that, so
fails,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We can have Beth and Jiraga do it since they can cast and move at the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be that much of a problem.
Hopefully not.
Since the raid wide, you want to be close to the boss for the heal. If you didn't get healed, you were too far from the boss. That's Tank Buster.
Yep. And then clocks.
Go to your clock spots.
And then move out of your clock into the safe spot.
Urago killed me.
It's fine.
Starboard's
That's 4, by the way.
That's a cross.
Yep.
I didn't cross in time.
Yeah, neither did I. I just wanted to see if people were moving.
No.
I'm
Why
a dump.
move when you can just not move?
Why move when can die faster?
Yeah.
So keep in mind, for the first part of the boss, he does a raid wide, then he does a tank buster, then it's clock spots. So you might want to just start off in your clock spot. Or if you need to get rear positionals, get the rear positionals first and then move when he does the tank buster.
And after clocks, you rotate clockwise after the damage comes out.
Into
Yeah,
a
there's-
spot
yeah.
that is open.
Yeah, the clockwise
It
technically
doesn't-
doesn't matter, but it matters later.
The where you're standing will have an orange marker on the ground after the flamethrower comes out. So when you dodge the flamethrower, there'll be a little blue gap between the two, and that's where you want to stand, is in that little blue gap. And you want to leave plenty of space between you and the other people who are standing around you for the clock spot, so that there's enough space for the gaps to be big enough for you to actually get in there. Here's the tank buster.
Rotate.
I should do that kind of clockwise.
I'll get
but-
Jirago.
Flybird.
2.
Yeah, I'll get 0 then.
Move.
Oh no. I was in the middle of raising. I'm sorry, Lark.
Rising Jihad. Here come the fists.
This will be interesting.
Oh yeah, this will be interesting.
I don't even know what color I have. I got
Oh,
yellow.
Oh, you were yellow?
Looks like I'm
Oh.
yellow, yeah.
I thought you were blue, so I stood on you. I'm glad you ran away.
Crocside, are you what? Are you something? No.
Wait, Drago, come
Mine
here.
is,
Come here.
mine is
Okay,
gone. Mine is gone.
We stand on top of each other for the next one? Okay. That's 3 fists. I don't like that.
Yep. Alright, that's fine. Let's go over fists.
Okay, so let's go over fists, that's fine. So for fists, what we're going to be doing is standing in a rough triangle behind the boss. You don't have to be so far away. The 2 bottom edges of the triangle can be max melee. So let's say 3 is where the first person is standing, then 1 will be something like here-ish, and 2 will be something like here-ish. It's just a triangle behind the boss. Everyone should be in range to hit the boss, so it's fine. So the idea is that 2 people will stand on each number, right? We're partners. 2 people will stand on each number. 1 person from that 2-person group will rotate or go to a different number based on whether or not the fist color is the same. So I'll explain this with my position as the center. So I'm the Lalafell, by the way. I will be standing at 1. Someone will be standing with me. If, when the fists spawn, both our fists are the same color, my position is fixed, so I will continue standing at 1, and the other person goes to either 3 or 2, depending on if there's a spot open. Yeah, we can do this back here. So I'm standing at 1. I think Lark is at 2, and then we got someone at 3. So the first thing we need to figure out is who are the fixed positions. So I'm fixed. I think Lark, last time you were running.
Yeah, I'll move.
So
Crouch
then,
go to servo, yeah.
yeah, Seth is fixed. So we need 2 people on 3 and 2 people on 1. Someone else needs to come over to 1.
I'm on 3. I'm on 3. I'm just not on 3 to show that I'm flexing.
And
Zero will not be part of this mechanic because he's a tank, unless somebody's dead. So
yeah, tanks
Zero
don't have
will
to
be at 1.
Jiraga needs to be at 1 then. And Jiraga, you'll be moving. So when the fists spawn, if our fists are the same color, then you need to go to either 3 or 2. One of those 2 will also have a fist that's the same color, and basically you guys will swap. If our fists are different colors, then you just stay here with me. And that's how it goes. It's the same for everyone else. So for number 3, Serve or Cross-Eye, which one of you guys want to move?
I'm moving.
One of you guys will stay, and then one of you moves.
Moving.
Okay, so then for Serve and Cross-Eye on 3, if their fists are the same color, Cross-Eye will move, and Serve will just stay there. So only 3 people are potentially moving. And you want to, if you're moving, you basically want to look at the other 2 positions. So let's pretend I'm you, Jiraga. I'll look at 3 and 2, and we'll try to find the one that has fists that are the same color. So if 3 had fists that are the same color, then basically you and Cross-Eye would swap. And then the person who's fixed would stay there, right? If it's 2, well then basically you and Lark would swap. And that's how we clear the mechanic. Now, the main thing to keep in mind is that you want to try to resolve it as quickly as possible, and then you want to try to stand on the person who's fixed, so that your fists will drop these orange puddles that overlap.
Couple things to note, just in case they were missed. If 2 fists of the same color hit, they will explode and hurt us, which is bad. Also, when the 2 fists are hitting each other, you can stand in the orange puddles. That's totally fine. They don't do that much damage when you do it correctly. When it's just 1 fist by itself and you're trying to like dodge it, don't stand in that. And then after the fists are resolved correctly, they'll drop a little lightning thing, and if you get that, you do more damage. So
yeah, so that's up for the DPS. And I think that adequately explains this mechanic, so I will put the markers back.
And you can tell which fist you have by kind of wiggling around and watching it follow you.
Okay, let's go. Anyways, y'all good? Zero doesn't have to worry about this mechanic, but Jiraga, do you get it? We good?
Yeah, I think so.
If you don't, it's fine. It takes a little bit to get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Promise
And I don't
it's not
have
too
to do
bad
it,
after
so I don't
this.
have any room to talk.
It's just a lot of information to throw at you at once, so
Yeah.
you'll get it after actually like being able to process it, though.
It's as simple as my colors are different. You're with your partner, and you stay put. If they're the same, you got to find somebody else with the same one. And you don't even have to execute it perfectly, really. You can kind of take a little bit of time, and then as you get more perfect, it's just better DPS overall with all of this. Because the reward is a damage up.
I didn't even know about the damage up for the longest time the other day.
They rarely do that in boss fights anymore. I don't know why. We're crazy about damage. Lock positions.
Jiraga, can you stand a little bit closer to the boss so I can heal you whenever that goes through?
Yep.
You guys
Get
are
ready
too
to
tight.
move.
And rotate.
You don't have to go out to your clock spot. You can be near the boss. It's 2.
Oh no. Okay.
It's actually easier to dodge if you're closer.
And stay.
Resing 0.
Okay, I'll get Jiraga then.
Get to your partners. We're gonna have 0 get chosen for a fist here because he's the only one alive.
I think it picked me, actually. Yeah, it picked me. I have blue. You wanna evoke 0? So I can go to the mechanic.
We need one person. Yeah.
Mitigate that. Who am I going with?
Seth,
Only
Seth,
fist that's
Seth.
left.
All right, Seth, come here.
Seth, go to Qui-Gon.
There, you guys got it.
You can stay in it, Seth.
All right. Sir, support to the 1 and 2 side.
Yeah, I'll grab
DPS
the
to the
boss
3
back.
and 4 side. Don't stand in that dead middle zone there. That could kill.
So yeah, support, that's tanks and healers. Stand between 1 and 2, spread out so we can see.
We all know how magnets work.
Spread out a little bit so you can see
We'll
your
find
tide
out.
do. Insert DPS.
I'm supposed to know how magnets work, and I probably still won't.
Magnets are miracles. Nobody knows how they work.
I can't see one. Jiraga, we are opposites.
Zero, you're not gonna be knocked north.
Oh, okay, I don't know how magnets work.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's to be expected. It's fine.
Glad I called it out.
All right, so yeah, quick explanation of the magnet thing. Basically, we're going to be tethered to somebody. If you have the same, that means you're going to repel from each other. If you have different, then you're going to attract, because opposites attract and the same repels. So you just look at what you have. You're always going to be tethered. If you're a DPS, you'll always be tethered to one of the supports. If you're a support, you'll always be tethered to one of the DPS. And what you want to do is you want to get pushed or pulled so that you end up in a tower. So if you're being pushed away from each other, then you want to get pushed out towards the outer towers. And then if you're getting pulled towards each other, you want to get pulled in towards the inner towers. And you need to start far away from those towers. So if you're standing on a tower when it goes off, you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah, so
Then
for
close
the
to
people that
the
are
inner
pulled,
ring. If you see the inner ring, that's where you should kind of be standing for the pull-in.
yeah, if you're getting pulled, you want to stand on this ring. If you're getting pushed, you want to stand close to the program checker. But in all cases, you don't want to be in a tower.
And then just to reiterate, for the clock spot part, you can stay in really close to the boss. You don't have to run away or anything. Just make sure you are not close to the other people. So you want to be as in your clock spot as possible so that there's going to be a gap between you.
Yeah, so Jirago, if you're standing where you're at, let's imagine that we were trying to do clock spots. If there's this much distance between us, then we're both fine. The middle part will be safe. You can be really close. The farther you away, because it's a cone, the flamethrower is a cone, so the farther you go away from the boss, the much larger a space you have to cross to dodge the flamethrower. So you want to be on the boss's red hitbox.
If it makes it easier for you, if you stand at the foot, you're probably at a good spot.
Yeah, he's got his feet all in the diagonal directions.
Yeah.
The feet are kind of weird though. They can get in weird positions.
I think his front
As
his
long as
front
you're
left
around
foot-
the area
his-
of the foot, you should be fine.
his
On
front
second
left foot
thought,
would be
maybe
pretty
don't
good, though.
focus on feet too much.
Okay, so let's go.
Oh, if it wasn't clear with the magnet thing, oh, okay,
Oh,
I'm jumping
okay.
off.
We're really going. I guess not.
Oh, okay, we're going the other way.
If it wasn't clear with the magnet thing, so the positions that we start in, so like DPS between 3 and 4, support between 1 and 2, the point of doing that is that you're only going to use either of those two directions. So if you're a DPS and you need to get pulled into a tower, you only focus on the towers that are going to be at 3 or 4. You don't focus on the ones at 1 or 2, and you never go to those.
Alrighty, countdown, let's go.
Yeah, all the towers require 2 people.
That's the raid wide. That's mustard bomb.
Clock.
Jiraga, you're too close to me.
Oh, fuck. I thought I was
I
in.
got him when we get back.
2, 2, 2.
I'll I'll get Seth. You get Jirago.
And swap.
Never mind.
Artersing Jihad, we're gonna have 5 hands. We're gonna have 5 hands. So Seth, you can get somebody, but I'm getting Jihad.
Okay, I'm up.
I've got a blue
Magic
one.
Seth.
We're good. Yep.
I'll get 0 up.
Get fucked.
Magic, sure.
Why would you
Oh,
get
now
that?
I'm confused, which is great.
That's alright. Me too. I'm also confused.
We talking in the game or in real life?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hands go blue.
Alright.
Oh, hey, it's just a bone
support
stack.
side.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's survival. It's gonna have a shield through it.
It's not a
over here
damage
on the
count,
1-2
it's
side.
fine.
We're missing. Come on over
Get
here,
0
Joe.
over here.
Thanks. Make sure you can see who you're
All
tied
right,
to with
yep,
these tethers.
get ready to make note of your magnet, otherwise...
Okay, Jiro, we are opposites.
Opposite
So-
should be at 4 and 2. Or not, I'm sorry, the other way.
Should be 1 and yeah.
1 and 3.
Yeah, opposites were 1 and 3 that time. Croc sign, I got it. We have another pair we're missing.
So real quick, whenever you say like we went to 2 and then you said, I think you said swap, that means we go to the opposite number.
No.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That's what that
That
means.
doesn't sound right to me, but oh yeah. No, on the larboard starboard, yes.
Okay, and on that last one you said that if it's the same you go away and if it's different you come together, right?
No, the opposite. If it's the
Oh, okay,
same,
well.
you go together. If it's the opposite, you go away.
Yeah, because
So
same.
do you go to a certain position or you just walk away?
So the way that
There you
it
go.
works is there's going to be 2 sets of towers. 2 of them are going to be out, and 2 of them are going to be in. So if you are the same, you're getting repelled. So you want to be pushed to the ones that are out. So you want to be in, but in the direction that your out tower is.
Yeah, so let's say that in that particular time, the in towers were 1 of 3, right? And me
Yeah.
and you had opposites, which meant that we were going to be attracted, which means you needed to stand south of 3 and I needed to be north of 1, and I fucked it up. And then that would pull us into 1 and 3. Now, it's not guaranteed that the in towers will be 1 and 3 because they switch every now and again. Sometimes the in towers will be 1 and 3, and other times they'll be 2 and 4.
That's
it-
fucking confusing. Holy shit.
Yeah,
So there, from our understanding, where they end up does actually mean something for later that helps us. I don't remember how it works anymore,
Same.
but
I think that meant the one we just had was Jack North, but I can't remember either for sure.
yeah,
yeah, we'll just focus on getting it down first, and then worry about that later.
yeah. As long as we can get towers, as long as we can get the towers down, we can worry about the other stuff later.
Just so your mental stack is this though. When you're to the mechanic, you're going to see what magnet and what your partner is before the towers even show up. So just first concentrate: are we being repelled or are we being drawn together? And then after that, stand between. You'll be standing between. There's 2 way actually, either 4 and 3, and then you'll see the towers appear, and then you're like, all right, so I got to rotate to this tower because that's when it showed up. So just focus on the polarity first, then the towers will show up. Then you worry about your tower location.
So it's same goes away, right?
Yep,
Or-
same
yes.
push, opposite
Okay.
attract.
Okay.
And if you are same polarity, you will be right next to his hitbox. If you are opposite, you will be all the way out in this ring that you can see on the ground here. That'll be the safe distance for the pull without getting pulled into the middle.
Okay, so if you're opposite, you go to the circle, to the edge on the circle.
You'll align yourself
Yeah.
with wherever the tower is. If the close tower is on 4, you're a DPS asking me, right?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
No, he's the
He's the
tank.
DPS.
Oh, 0?
He's
0,
the
yeah.
tank.
So,
Yeah.
so 0, you'll be looking after you guys are opposite, right? So you're like, all right, so I'm gonna run out. Then a tower will appear either on 1 or 2. Which they had the actual close tower will appear either on 1 and 2. If it appears on 1, you'd run all the way out to the ring away from 1. So like all the way north, and such that you get pulled in straight to 1 from north. Right? That makes
So
sense?
you don't go past the ring, though.
So if you get different ones from the person you're tethered to, it's gonna pull you in, so you have to go out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your tower might appear, if you're getting pulled in, it might appear on 1 or it might appear on 2. So if it appears on 2, you'd run all the way out to the edge of the ring and then get pulled into 2. It'd be running out to, I'm not going to run over there like the boss, but like, I'd be like right here.
Get it.
And I'd be pulled in from D to 2, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the reason that you have to go out is that the thing in the middle, the blue circle, if you go into that, it kills you. So you don't want to get pulled into that. And it will only pull you a certain distance.
Alright, I think
Okay.
it's probably gonna take a couple tries.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you just make sure at the very least you try to get down, you know who your partner is and what polarity you are this time, because it's 2 steps mentally, and that's like the first step. If you get that, you should have figured the second one out. It's progress if you can figure it out in time, so. More attempts, the easier it'll get.
We definitely wiped on that like 20 times in one lockout before, so
Something like
you
that.
take your time learning it.
And the good news is we don't have to do it perfectly. Like we can fail 1 or 2 towers and still make it through. So we will want to be perfect, but
FYI, Jira, you should be standing like here.
Clock spots at this point.
and then all you gotta do is rotate after this cast hits us. Look for the spot on the ground.
Move.
Piece of cake.
That was a very small spot.
Yeah, that was
4.
it's fine.
Rising.
And swap.
Well,
Now go to your fist location with your paired partner.
Yep, get it in the fist.
Jira moves.
You'll be moving to 3, Jirago. Where the partner is chased. There you go.
Big tank
Nice.
buster.
We did it.
Yay.
Yep, now just wail on the boss.
Support can make their way over to 1 and 2 if they like now, because it'll be a little bit. But we have time, so no rush. So, spread out. Identify who you're paired to and your polarity. That's the first step. Then look for the tower. It'll appear after. Here come the partners and the polarities.
Cross-eyed, we are opposites.
Drago, go south in. Go south in.
I greeted too much.
Alright, did everyone
Oh, yeah.
recognize who their partner was and what their polarity was? Like if they were being repelled or being drawn together?
Yeah.
So,
Zero, you had that one backwards. You were in the right spot, but we were opposite, so you had to go to the stand
Oh
in the
yeah,
other
yeah. I
spot.
was close, so I had to go far.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I
You were in the
was
right spot if you had the other polarity, though. You just had
close.
that
Yeah.
part
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
You have until he finishes his whatever the hell the cast is called to move out or move to your correct spot if you're out.
Honestly, just don't greed.
Ultramagnetism.
Just focus on doing the mechanic. I don't care about doing damage to that thing right now.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't hit a rage on it yet, so don't worry about
Yeah.
being perfect.
Yeah, that DPS check is not even that tight as long as we're all alive, so just stay alive.
Well, we're gonna die afterward anyway, so it's fine.
No, we aren't. We're gonna get that first try.
All one shots, baby.
Just remember that the towers can move, so it might not be the same format we just saw. But that's why I always figure out the polarity first.
Mustard. Move as soon as you get hit.
We did it!
2.
2. Yep.
Cross.
Stay.
Hey.
Yeah. No,
Reversing.
that's right.
Because he swapped what action he was using, we needed to stay.
Yeah.
Get in your pairs if you're not already.
We are. Oh, Jirago, we stay with me.
Oh,
Seth,
shit.
Ah, okay.
Seth, stand on me.
I'm confused, so you're gonna have to.
You gotta get to him, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Well, that's
Sorry.
too bad. We're gonna blow up. And we're
Goodbye.
Heal. I couldn't heal the tank.
Sorry.
I got
Just
auto. I got
stand
fucking
north.
interrupted. We still gotta heal the group, or we're gonna die.
nah. Oh,
Okay, I got quiet on up.
Getting Seth. Probably gonna be too slow though. We'll see.
Nah, we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Except ASAP. Except you can do it.
Don't worry too much about damage at this point. Just focus on the mechanics.
Who you're tethered to and your polarity.
Okay, sir, we are opposites.
Go south, Drago. Go all the way south. It's all good.
We almost got it.
I'll die eventually when the game decides that I'm allowed to. There we
Did
go.
I do it right that time? I think so.
Yeah, Zero. I think you did that right.
Okay.
Yeah, 0 nailed. You nailed it. Good job. We were missing a partners for 4 and 2, and we all had vulnerabilities, so it was gonna kill us. Because it blows up against the whole group. If somebody messes up, so.
Yeah, we just got to do it a few times until it makes sense.
All right.
Remember your side of the room. If you are DPS, you're always going to be ending up aligned with 4 or 3 on that bottom left half of the room.
Gotcha.
Here's the raid wide. That raid wide, I could almost swear to God it does proximity damage.
I just didn't shield at that time.
Oh no, it's because whenever I go in to heal, I go in when the attack
Clocks,
hits.
clocks,
and
clocks,
before
clocks, clocks, clocks. Move.
The tiniest AoE. Safe spot. I am resing Jirago.
4, 4, 4.
damage. Okay, I'll get 0.
Go back in between them if you can, so you can move more
I think-
easily.
I think
Cross,
somebody
cross,
has
cross, cross,
a-
cross.
I got 0.
Alright,
Get in your pair.
get your partners. Jirago's not getting up, so 0's hoping to get picked here, or maybe the tank will.
What?
I've got yellow.
Let's go to Jihad if you could, 0. Here comes the tank blister. We only have 5? I haven't.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh well, we'll survive.
I think I
I
must
don't know,
be lagging.
Jirago's did win FK or something.
I think I must be lagging because I'm not even started for me.
Yeah, I see your character's dead and somehow also moving, so you are super lagging
What?
right now.
Not seeing you move on my screen, so we're
He's
resing you.
just dead on my screen.
Oh no, now you're moving
Oh, yeah,
around.
walking
Except the res.
there he goes.
Yeah, we're gonna be
It's like he's with
down
us.
a player for this, but
It's still doable. It just means we take a little bit of damage.
you still need to stand
Oh,
in the tower if you have.
okay,
If you
I-
have a deep with the nothing with realms, still stand in the tower directly.
No, 0.
There's frozen for me.
Well, I made it work, but it didn't matter.
It did matter. The game was fucked. That's not your fault, Jira.
So I wasn't supposed to go to that one? I
Nope.
thought it was 1 or 2. Is that not 2 or 1?
No, you have to, we were attracted, so you had to be split apart, and the towers were at 2 and 4 on that
Oh.
one. So you had to stand on 2.
The way to think about it is if you're standing on a tower, you're in the wrong spot. You should never be standing on a tower before the magnets go off.
Yeah.
So the tower is that circle on the floor, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm far, I stand here, like in the edge of the circle,
Yeah.
Yes.
but just aligned so I'll get pushed to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
right, yeah.
if the inner towers were 1 and 3, then you would stand all the way to the north.
Okay.
Anyway, completely.
You'll get it, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, It's like
Nope.
weird lagging, just like really throwing me
No.
off.
Note that we're all gonna have a stack of that debuff that I linked there, Looper. You need to have that in order to actually affect the tower. And if you don't stand in a tower, that debuff will confuse you when it falls off. The tower clears it.
Yeah, that's the little circle that appears under you before everything else.
Yeah, and we get all see-through-y.
So we just gotta wait for the server to get unfucked so Jira can get back in.
The server ain't getting unfucked.
I'm curious, Jira, what do you see on your screen? Are you still in the previous fight?
Yeah. Oh wow. And now, okay. Now all of a sudden. Okay,
He's
now.
back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Dynamic
So that-
in fight phasing mechanics.
So that pull didn't happen. In the meantime, Jira, are you starting to get the first part of the mechanics here? You have
The
any
first
questions
part-
or anything?
Pretty good. I think just up to the magnet parts where I'm just get a little mixed up there.
Again.
Yeah, I think
Got
you
any-
can see it a
got
bunch
any-
of clicks.
You got any questions? You ask at any point. We're ready to go.
Right.
Ready to answer them. So.
I just pressed knockback res for no reason.
Nope. Cliffy
Well, you
can't
want to
tank,
knock
can't tank a flamethrower this time. I see you. Ah, that shield perfectly fell off right before we took the damage.
We're just doing
Amazing.
all of the tiniest mistakes.
If you're
The pull had a shield that went up right after the damage.
move as soon as the flames hit you.
Oh, I got a tiny little area.
Four?
Four. Yep.
Resing's Chirago.
Stay.
Stay on 4.
Yeah.
Stay on target.
Get to your
And then we got fifth. They're up next.
Haha, we have the easy job.
We are both yellow, so Jira needs to move. That, yeah.
Lol.
Uh-oh.
You can't kill me. I invulned.
Did we collide 3 fists? I guess we were too slow to move out one of the pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
I mean, it might be hard, especially if people are experiencing lag still.
Yeah, sure. At the very least, if you guys have the same color
Okay.
fists, just make sure you unstack.
Okay,
Right.
I think
Or the
if I have the same color fist because I don't seem to be affected by lag that much, I'll just unstack first.
Yeah, if you can't get to the... Yeah. Well, in your case, yeah, and that's bad especially. It's a lag issue.
So for larboard, starboard, after the first one, I recommend, if you are able, moving as close to in between them as possible, just so you're ready to move to the correct side, because
Gotcha.
it'll matter eventually.
Yeah, it's just a good habit to build. Let's go.
Just don't stay like directly in the center of them, because it still hits there.
Right.
This is the raid wide. Haha. Someone watched Jitsuru no Kage. That shit is so funny.
Alright, as soon as the flames hit you, move to the open spot.
Oh, my spot got even smaller this time.
2.
Two. Yep.
Two.
Swap.
4.
Good. Nobody died. Fists
Fist
are next.
swap.
Okay, we stay Jira.
Everyone
Right.
stays.
I'll move.
First.
Now,
Nice and easy. Grab those damage ups.
That is the benefit of that strat, is 1 out of 3 times we don't have to move.
How dare.
I think technically
The
it's
chances
like,
are higher than 1 out of 3.
yeah, technically it's half the time, or maybe two. What you call it?
Look, I don't want to do math right now.
Well, it's
Probabilities
3
are
out of
fun.
5, right?
Yeah, 3 to 5.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Watch who you're tethered to and figure out your polarity.
Jira, we are opposites.
All right.
So we're north and south.
Zero was attached to me.
So we were missing a repel on the 2
Yep.
and 4.
Yeah.
It might help if we spread out just a little bit more to make it easier to see who your character is. Like, if your characters are standing right next to each other, the graphic's kind of hard to see. So we want to be, like, a good distance away from everyone else for that.
Gotcha.
Seth was too far from my heel. I feel sad.
Sorry to you, so get him.
Make sure you are very much in your clock spot and not too close to someone else. Move. Get into your partner spot, or never mind, 2. I am too far ahead of myself. Be ready to move. It's stay.
Stay.
Now get into your partner spots. Like it. You don't have to.
We have the same color, Jira.
Gotcha.
Should be a DPS pad back here for if anyone wants to grab it.
Now, 79, let's go.
Yeah, this is it.
79 or disband.
79.
I don't think he's moving past 82.
How about 69? I want to see a 69 before transition.
He was on 82 forever. Like, people just stop hitting him or some shit.
Yeah.
Watch who you're tethered to.
All right, me and Seth are opposites.
Raphael, we are the same.
Yes.
I was dumb and greeted too hard, like I told everyone else not to do.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Jiraga, did
I
you
think I was
identify
too
where your
far.
tower?
Yeah, you were too far away, but you were going for the right tower.
Yeah, try to stay close to the. Basically, once you figure out what your polarity is, stand between 4 and 3 directly, and that'll make it nice and easy for you to get to wherever your spot is, because that's closest direction either one, regardless of what's correct. Or if you're a tank, stand between 1 and 2.
Or just figure out what it is and then immediately go to your spot.
Well, saying if you figure out what it is, there's actually time before the tower shows up. If you like, because the polarities are.
I
early before the towers
guarantee
even show
you,
up.
I guarantee you that the vast majority of us, our brains are not working that fast.
True.
Oh,
Mine
I
not.
don't.
I see.
My brain's working a little too fast.
Try not to stand. It's that coffee. Try not to stand too far away from your side so that you have less room to carry. Also,
My
sprint
brain-
there if you're having trouble.
Legit 2.5 steps
Oh.
slow.
Oh, right. I see why you have the A style. Because you're
Okay.
stretching your tether all the way across. Ah, I see.
No,
For
but
the big fisting.
no, that's not what we're doing. But it'll make sense when we get there.
Yeah, the waymarks are actually specifically for where you're standing. We're not dragging the tethers. You can't drag the tethers; that gets you killed. They're just there because I started with that one and with A, because it's alphabetical. That's why. I just started on the south.
And we also just haven't done a lot of testing, so.
It's the damage, it's what's scary.
Ready, make sure you're not too close to anybody. Move.
You screwed yourself.
Yeah.
4, 4, 4.
I got him.
I'll just wait to res.
You're good now.
Stay.
You're good to get up. You've been in invincibility by the time I rest anyway.
Alright, so I figured out how to manipulate the RNG. If I just tell everybody to be ready to move, it'll be stay every time.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Hero, we stay together.
Turbo dodging me.
Dude, Seth! No.
Wait, oh. I did
Turbo
dodge.
dodge.
Sorry, I don't trust anything.
It's fine.
Now he's confused.
Oh no, I'm ruining this. I'm sorry.
My god, this is so hard.
I'm getting hit again.
He's confused and there's a
I'm
friggin'
dead.
knockback. Okay, great, they're gonna blow up. That's
Okay,
cool.
I threw that one.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That shit's funny every time.
Just
It's because you overcorrect whenever the orange puddles come down, and you try to move all the way out of the way, but then you guys don't move to the same spot.
Don't
it's,
worry,
it's
Seth.
I'm
if you're
moving
staying-
directly to them every time. It's just because
that was just
they
me
are
moving out of the
over.
way.
I
They're
must say, I
over-dodging
got
orange circles.
confused, Cross-eyed. I don't want to do it
I'm
again.
basically watching them move out of the circle to where they stop, and I move to them, and then they move again, and it's like, no, just stand still. And then once they're confused, that there's actually a slight knockback from the punch, and I didn't realize that till now.
That is not a slight. I went flying halfway across the map. Like, I actually flew from 3 to 2. That was not slight at all.
It's probably because you got hit by 2 knockbacks, I guess. That's the thing, is it's hard to
Maybe.
predict where you're going to go because they're coming in from different directions. But now that I know that that's a thing, I will try to predict for that.
Yeah, just Diamondback. What's wrong with you guys? I don't
Oh,
understand.
true.
True.
Use your
I didn't
knockback
take
resistance. Use your
You have to
knockback resistance if you're going to get hit.
Oh my god, I fucked up. I
understand.
STD'd. I
How could you-
STD'd.
How could you have
Please
fucked
forgive.
up... Oh, dots, whatever. Doton, you got your dot on.
I got my STD.
Oh no.
You're just doing the old
Stay away
ninja
from me.
opener.
Get ready to move. Move.
Flamethrower.
2.
Two.
Be ready to move just in case. It is a move.
Fancy that.
What?
I'm
Whoa.
pressing
We're
Drago.
manipulating.
Okay.
Yeah, the RNG manipulation.
Yeah, the
Get up,
RNG
get up, get
manip
up.
doesn't work. Pairs if you can. If someone else gets it, it's fine.
We have both blue. Kira.
Jump.
Who's
You guys
left?
can do it, I believe in you.
I'm still on 3 with an
Here,
orange.
Go to Seth.
Don't go to me. I don't want it.
The guy in 3 with the fist chasing him that's jumping right
still-
south of the boss. Okay, we're gonna blow up again.
Yeah, alright, 2.
Goodbye.
The spot you needed to move to
So,
was where the
yeah.
pair was the whole time, which is 3.
So, like, yeah,
Three
in that
locations.
case, it was myself, Cross-Eye, and yourself, Drago, would swap.
Ah,
Yeah, there's always going to be 2 locations you got to look for if you have to switch. It's either going to be right on the south of the boss or right to the southeast of the boss. Southeast of the boss group was opposite at that time, so our clear was cleared. We just needed to move straight to the south of the boss.
I almost wonder if it would be easier if we started with everyone spread out and didn't go for the immediate gamble and then just had people pick who they were going to pair up with after they see what they have and what everybody else has.
I think it makes no difference because that time, basically, the reason that they weren't clean wasn't because of the mix, it was because the person that needed to swap just didn't know where they needed to go. That was 100% the part that they needed to walk to was dead center in their spot the whole time, waiting for them to come to them.
Yeah, I like how we have it because it's just less moving parts than if everyone needs to find their partner individually.
I hear what you're saying, but that definitely wasn't in that situation where we were that it wouldn't have helped.
This is the raid wide. Heals out.
I mean, but as an
Gonna introduce a watchdog agency to ensure.
move.
Yeah, I feel like that mechanic was a lot easier when I was tank and wasn't doing the mechanic.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
I think it's pretty fun. I haven't really seen that mechanic pretty much anywhere else.
Be
in the
ready to
game, so
move. Move.
I'm happy that there's still mechanics I haven't seen.
Stack
I don't know
up.
why they don't reemploy them.
Yeah, that does feel like a good mechanic to bring back.
Nah, they can just put in limit cut for the 50th time.
You're right. They could do that. Why, Seth? Why are you also moving?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I moved. That was my bad. I moved.
You even got there after I did. You're like, yes, still gonna commit to this.
But I understood the mechanic. I just moved instead of you.
You remember the mechanic, but not the plan.
Yeah.
Are y'all getting fisted? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
It sounded about
That's
right.
exactly what's happening.
Small fisted.
Ah, fuck, I forgot to do my opener.
One.
We got triple fisted. That was the problem.
Have y'all gotten past
Nope.
the quad
No.
fist?
No.
We haven't even seen that yet.
Have we gotten past? No, we haven't.
Have you at least gotten past the
Nope.
checker?
Nope.
No.
it's just. Have you gotten past? No, we haven't.
It's a semi-fresh party. It's fine.
Yeah.
Even if half of us hadn't done it before, I'd still consider it fresh.
Flamethrower.
Yeah, consider there's a lot of binary pass fails. I'll res Drago when he's back.
2.
2.
Alright.
Be ready to move. Stay. Pairs.
It's just taking a while. Yeah.
Remember the plan.
I'll remember it. I promise.
Stay Jira.
We did it! Look at that!
Nice.
Optimal fisting.
One cycle with a swap.
Just wail on the boss. Press all the buttons.
Get him below 82%, please.
I think we can do it.
82.
Look,
there
I'm
we
not
go.
potting for this, so.
You'd be
Pot
popping.
it. What?
Stand between 1 and 2 / 3
Consider
and
an
4.
alternate.
Look who you're tied to.
Not cotton for anything.
Nah, I gotta use my pot. We can skip.
Skips or disband.
Watch who you're tied to.
Cross-eye, we are the same.
But
0, you should have started. Well, your partner also went to the wrong spot, but. You were in the right alignment, 0, but you needed to be far out at the edge.
So
And then whoever your partner was on the wrong side. That's why you got pulled to a weird spot.
I went to that one because there was a circle there.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the circle.
Right. You're never going to start in one of the circles because you always are going to get magnet applied before the circles go off. So you're always either going to get pulled into a circle or repelled into the circle. Because you were a pull that time, aligned with 2 and 4, the 2 and 4 where the circles were, like actually next to the boss, you should have been over here. I'm going to move the B-way mark. This is where you should have started, and your partner who was tied to you, do you guys remember who that was? I don't know who was tied to 0. Whoever was tied to 0 should have started at D. So you guys would have gotten pulled to 4 if you're the DPS, and then 0 would have been pulled from B to 2. That was the mistake that time.
But so I was in the right spot, but I mean I was in the right
line, like,
alignment, you said?
yeah, the line, right axis. Yeah, you're on the 2-4 axis, but you needed to be out, so you got pulled to 2. Your partner was over here, where we're right here right now. So the pull was messed up. But
Okay.
I'm gonna fix the waymarks. Jihad, I realized I didn't save the correct spots.
Sure.
Thanks.
There we go.
I'm gonna overlap mine, so that's good. All right, cool.
Yeah, this mechanic always takes a long time. It's all good.
Remember that if you're jumping into this and you haven't really done a whole lot of Savage, or specifically minimum level Savage, this is also a quote-unquote third floor fight, so it's not... It is a bit of a doozy to jump into in terms of how it's scaled difficult, like how difficult it's intended to be. So, don't let this give you a bad taste in your mouth if you've never done Savage before.
Oh yeah.
Usually the entry
Not
is...
think anyway.
That's into Navy terms.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
I've been trying to do
Old Navy terminologies. Finally, Koji. Thank you, Koji Fox. I feel so seen.
I've been trying to do
4.
AAS, but it's kind of hard. I don't know. That's pretty hard.
Isn't AAS the hardest Savage?
That's one of them. We're staying.
Well,
I would
my team
actually put
got
that
to,
as P8S. No.
We got to a gavel we saw at one time, but
Oh boy, Gavel. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
Okay.
if EAS has usurped the throne.
Yeah.
If we're talking strictly minimum item level, no echo, then yeah.
yeah, it's minimum
Did-
item.
Because
DPS checks
P8
are-
is like free now. With
Yeah. With Echo, yeah.
Yeah,
Except
DPS checks
the
for current
DPS
expansion are much more
The
on
DPS
point.
towards the end didn't really matter, but it was people just fucking up the mechanics over and over again. I'm like,
See, we made it past the
80.
Chikota.
Come on, 80. Yeah.
I'm
granted,
starting to see why
I-
the damage is a
free.
little bit low.
It's not entirely free. The
Yeah.
first part is free.
if people still fuck up mechanics, you're not
The
gonna.
DPS
you're not
check
gonna
was
pass.
the DPS check was the main reason people were having troubles. All right, well, okay, watch your tide do. Figure out your polarity. It's the focus right now.
Right.
Polarity first, then tower.
All right, John.
Okay, we are opposites.
Yep.
Drago, come in, come in, come in.
Ah, whoops. I fucked them up.
Fuck, I
Hey.
fucked that. I fucked it up too.
It's all good.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
If you are identifying your partner and your polarity, then you're completing the first half of that mechanic. The next part is to just get aligned with the tower.
Right.
Then after that is to get either far or close. Remember that you're never going to start standing in a tower before the magnet goes off. As Kuiana
Alright,
said.
after this point, we're gonna have to go AFK for a bit. Okay.
All right.
Oops.
Move.
Nice dodge.
No. I noticed that way too late.
Be ready
I'll
to
skip.
move. Stay.
Stay.
Partner.
Jira stay.
Why, thank you, boss. Get that damn nice. All the melee got it. Good. That's what we like to see.
$79? No.
Stand between. Identify your polarity. Then rotate to where your tower will be.
Seth, we are the same.
Are we gaming?
That looks good.
Then we got it.
Gaming.
Stack
All right,
south,
hit the
south, south.
Yep,
Stack
stack south except for healers.
Jihad
If
are
you're not a
out.
healer,
Jihad and
stack
I are
south.
out. Yep.
You're going to be looking at your debuffs. Timer
2-minute debuffs
you get,
are
then
up.
you're going to go into the first tower that we see.
Okay, so that should be Zero and Queon
Yeah,
standing
two
in that
tanks.
tower.
Zero, get over here.
Tell me when we rotate.
Rotating now.
Now,
Let's go-
everybody
everyone start
rotate
going.
clockwise.
Everybody needs to rotate clockwise. Yep.
Jiraga, you're in the tower.
No, the
wrong
inner
tower.
tower.
Rotate, rotate, rotate,
no.
rotate, rotate. Ah, we kind of fucked up the rotate a little
Oh
bit.
no, it's with me.
Oh well. We didn't talk about the mechanics, so we'll get there clean this time. Somebody need to take AFK for a sec, right?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, so I did remember the stack, or which one was which.
Yeah, so that was 2 and 4 close. Start south, right?
Yeah,
If it's north, south, far, south.
yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good job. We have a second here.
Yeah, so we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's how it works, then I have an easy way to remember it in my head.
Care to share?
North close, north, north far, far.
No,
That's
that works.
basically what
That
I
works.
was remembering.
That works for you if you're a tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just well,
Far from north. Yeah, that
it's
makes
just-
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes
Well,
sense.
like
Perfect.
what I was remembering was north closest north, and that's all of it I remembered.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. North close is
Yeah.
north. Anything else is south. Yeah, that's fine.
It's a
So for that
binary
mechanic,
condition.
me and Lark are standing east and west. You'll notice there was a purple tether between us, a large purple
Like
lane
rectangle.
looking
Yeah.
thing. Right. If you stand in
Don't
that,
touch
you
that.
Yeah, you get stacks and you get fucked up. So don't
You'll
don't
get
touch.
you get immediately confused if you touch that, which means you're gonna run into a wall and die. So don't.
Right.
We will be standing at the edge. There are two distances the towers will spawn. There are towers at the far edges of the arena, and then towers closer to the middle, right? So for everyone else, you're only getting the towers closer to the middle. The towers on the edges are for us. The second thing you'll notice is on the circle icon, the yellow circle, there are these little orbs that rotate around the circle that tells you how many people are in it. If it's one orb, then that's one person, and 2 orbs is 2 people. Now, for that specific mechanic, all the towers that are in the middle of the arena will all be 2-people towers. And basically stating, the only thing that you have to remember is that if your looper debuff is in the single digits, you stand in a tower. If it's not in the single digits, you don't stand in a tower. And that's that mechanic.
Yeah. It's
We will
counting
be
down.
we will be rotating the rectangle tether as well. Generally stating, I believe we should start rotating the rectangle as soon as the inner tower is hit. Is that correct?
Yeah. You may have to sprint a little bit, or you're definitely not gonna be able to slide cast your way over at that point for the
Yeah,
full 45 degrees.
Once the tower is hit, you guys want to make sure that you start rotating as well, because we rotate kind of fast, and you don't want to get hit by the purple rectangle. And that's
basically,
the
just
mechanic.
always be as far clockwise as you can.
Yep. Healers will never be rotating backwards, so you shouldn't have to worry about the purple rectangle ever moving clowner to you. Just don't walk into it yourself, and don't delay if it's coming up on you. Stand on the clockwise portion of the tower if you're waiting in the tower as well. That gives us more room to work with, please.
And if you struggle with clock directions, clockwise is always to your left when facing
Always
an
going to go
loop.
left. The same way we're dodging flamethrower.
Yes.
It's almost like
So-
it's all organized.
To recap, if for that mechanic, if your debuff is single digit, you stand in the tower. Otherwise, don't get hit by the purple ring. That's the mechanic.
All right. Good enough.
To further explain it, just for those that are curious how the mechanic works and why it works that way, so we each get the little yellow circles, which is the looper thing, which we need,
Right.
and you have to have that in order to resolve a tower, and it will expire completely after that timer runs out, and when you use it for a tower, it also goes away. So that's why we have to do it in order.
It expires without being used in a tower, you get confused.
Yeah.
Also good. Okay, since we're BRB a sec, Jirago, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I was gonna say, we got a second thing, Servos being BRB for a second. I don't know if whoever it was came back yet or not, but one thing I noticed, do you have a standard step on your action bar by chance? It should be level 15 action if you don't.
I think it's unlocked on mine. Same step. Yes, I do have it. Yes.
Okay. Just in general, for like the way to play Dancer well in a setting like this,
Yeah.
before we start the fight, like when Queen does like the 10-second countdown, hit standard step and do the 2 steps, and then hit standard finish, the actual like execution of it.
Right.
Once we start the fight, that'll immediately deal. Standard steps are very damaging attack, and you should use it whenever it's off cooldown, basically, right? It's every 30 seconds, pretty much. But it also will buff up your partner right away. And then right after that, right after you use standard step, when we pull the fight, start using a technical step. And then once all 4 steps in that are done, execute as soon as you can. The sooner you do it, it'll align with everyone else's 2-minute buffs they apply, and that multiplicative will make everyone do more damage if we all use our 2 minutes in times. Crocsai is using Mug, Servo's using Battle Litany, I'm using Change Stratagem, Seth's using his
Searing Light.
Searing Light, yeah. So all that stuff aligns better if we all use it pretty much at the start. So pretty much as Dancer, what you do is after you execute standard step, you immediately go to technical step and you just execute it as soon as it's done. It also gets it on cooldown strong, and it's a strong move for you to use in of itself. So you get to use it more often in the fight if you use it right away.
Gotcha.
And that is how you parse.
That's how you play Dancer too.
Nah,
That's
bro,
kinda-
if you want to
that's kinda
parse,
easy to
you gotta
forget.
eat the right
You-
food, and you gotta use your potions at the exact perfect time. You gotta make sure you hold all your buffs for your 2 minute videos.
All that stuff's whatever, but at the very least, it's kind of easy to forget as a Dancer that standard step. I see a lot of people forgetting. It's also a damaging attack. It's not just a buff, so you don't refresh it every minute. You refresh it whenever you can, pretty much. And then if there's sometimes you can even like use it ahead of when there's a thing to attack, because it has a 15-second window. That's why
Crosseye
you
said
can
he was
pre-pull
back.
it.
I
So
am back. Yep.
countdown, let's go.
My
Oh, sorry, I should-
my
should-
real answer for how to parse is you clear the fight, and you don't care what your parse is.
It's true. Yeah,
That is a good answer.
you can't parse if your boss is still
Can't,
alive.
yeah, you can't parse if you can't clear. So, oh, you parsed as 0 gray? Great, you cleared the fight. Fuck it.
I'm more impressed with the group that has a full set of everyone getting like 0-1%. Because that means they like fucking made it by the skin of their goddamn teeth, and they still did it.
They had more fun than you, for sure.
I'm not sure they would agree with you.
They wouldn't.
That
but
sounds stressful.
Flamethrower.
Oh my god.
Two.
Moves back up.
I was staring off into the void.
Be ready to move. Stay.
Stay.
Did you say wood?
Void.
Oh, it's like what wood?
You don't see
It's staring off into the woods
pairs.
wistfully.
The woods.
Jira.
Well, thanks for
call to
solving
me.
the mechanic for us, boss.
He tried.
I like
The
how
life
it meant to
choices.
give you a lily, but then it gave you a regen instead.
I just wonder if the parse strat for this fight is to hold the 2 minutes for the fucking damage buffs from those things. You can line that as much as possible.
Yeah, I guess probably.
Considering we probably get it back before he finishes Delta attack. Watch and figure out your polarities, and then your tower.
Opposites, Jihad.
We're opposites? Okay.
Where's my buddy?
Wait,
Why, Jihad?
Jihad was you guys were the same. Jihad was
You
the same
said-
as whoever.
you said
Oh,
opposite.
wait, I'm fucking.
Yeah, just don't call for your partner, and because we all have to figure out our own thing there.
Yeah,
So just yeah.
If something can be individual responsibility, it should be individual responsibility.
You know what? It made sense in my head. I'll just leave it there.
What he meant was that he was standing opposite to Jihad because he was tied to Jihad.
Yeah, you were standing right next to someone when you guys had the sign, so I couldn't see your sign.
I keep forgetting.
Because y'all on the DPS side are two steps.
Just give him the mark of and move on.
Who's on first?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
There is.
You're not
No,
world
you're a
first,
zero.
you're world last.
Well, because we're fighting Omega. Like, come on.
Try to get that technical step out a little earlier if you can.
Gotcha.
Much right after the start.
Dodge. Four.
It's good that you're keeping standard step up though too.
Ready to move.
Use it again. It should be up.
Stay.
Standard step.
Did you remove?
God.
Guys gotta stand together. You still gotta bait them together.
Unresolving fisting scenario.
go to three.
You gotta walk to
Stand
three.
together.
You gotta walk. Yeah,
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
It's not gonna be resolved until you collide them with the person you gotta walk to.
When you're doing it correctly and the two collide, you don't have to dodge the circles.
Standard step. Every 30 seconds.
Let's go.
The shit.
Man, you sound like everybody's favorite call out.
Wait,
Polarity.
No, lucid dreaming.
Keep
Keep calling lucid forever.
A little more.
Watch your tide, dude.
Alright.
Seth, we are opposites.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Where's my same
No,
boys
I
at?
fucked
Where's
up.
my same boys at?
It's that time. I think 0 should have been
Yeah.
2-4. Getting pushed out.
truly the
I'm sorry,
mechanic.
Jahan. I fucked up.
BRB, because
Sure.
For sure.
I'm gonna walk my shame.
It's fine. I mean, you were on the right side, just not bad.
okay. Alright, I'm back.
Alrighty, countdown, let's go.
This game loves magnets.
Living Liquid certainly does.
Okay, Cross-Eye, I gotta ask, why do you need the tens place in the countdown? For what reason?
He likes taking a
Oh,
breather
I like
before he
the,
puts a futon.
yeah.
It's like, I get like 3 seconds before I have to put up futon.
Are you
So I
talking
can
about
just
like
kinda relax.
Yeah, like
the,
why
the
like
entire
the point-
countdown?
Yeah.
Because I like being able to do precise stuff that is not just 5 seconds.
Dodge.
Like,
I like
if
the 12
I'm
seconds.
playing,
Two.
If I'm playing Black Blade, sometimes you do your thing at 12 seconds.
Stay.
And it's hard to do that with just the standard one where it tells you every 5 seconds what the countdown is.
Fair.
Like, I feel that should be an option for everyone, to be honest.
Jira, stay.
Well, I messed up my rotation. It's an awful parse. We reset.
Definitely.
We will reset before long.
Oh,
Fear
fuck.
not.
Oh
Ruined. I cannot believe it.
Let's focus on identifying your polarities.
79. 79.
Rotate.
No.
Wait, were we close? Was it at 80?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn, if only I didn't mess up my rotation.
Identify your partner. Don't call out for them, just go to the spot.
Jira, we're opposites.
Zero, you should be north near A. Or get pulled to 1, basically. So that time, Zero, did you identify that you were opposite your partner? Like opposite polarity?
Yeah, I did. It's just kind of. It just confuses me because you have, like, they don't spawn in the same spot, so I have to.
Yeah. So remember that once you know if you're what you're opposite in, can translate that in your head to you're going to be pulled towards the boss or you're going to be repelled. Is what would be my recommendation. And then you remember you're never going to start standing in a tower. If you're going to be repelled, you're going to start close to the boss and get pushed back into a tower. If you're going to be drawn together, you're going to start away from the boss and get pulled towards the towers close to him. So that should make it easier to identify which of the 2 towers, 1 and 2, you need to actually go align yourself with.
Alright.
That's all I can really... unless somebody else has like an easier way that they're doing in their head that they can recommend.
Same
That's pretty much what we
in,
got stuck on right now.
same in, opposite out. Don't stand in the tower.
Yeah.
That works too. Same in, opposite out. Opposite signs out.
I just said it as opposite out because they both have O's in it.
That
and
was
I like to align those.
exactly, yeah. I just want to make sure that it's clear to when I'm saying opposite without what I mean by that. Yeah, that is a good way to remember it, I think.
It's like the stupid little rhyme that I had for A8.
Lane parallel?
Dodge. 2. Cross. Pairs.
Jira move?
You're gonna stay stacked up until those fists collide. So you
Jared,
should move
stay with
straight to
me.
your
Stay
partner.
with me, Jared. Stay with
Alright,
me.
you gotta chase him now, he's confused.
Stay with me, Jared.
You gotta move to him, he's confused. Alright, he's no longer, well, he's gonna be confused again, yeah. Alright, we're gonna blow it now.
Okay.
Resing Seth? Actually, I'm not resing anybody, I'm gonna give up. It's like my shield fell off or something, I don't know. Some people survived that.
That explosion wasn't unmitigated. Lies.
No. Remember, stay stacked on the partner you're moving, the person you're moving to, because you're trying to get those fist AoEs to overlap, is the idea.
Right.
You gotta overlap at least to the midpoint of the impact.
Dodge.
You say dog?
Dodge.
That's what I said.
Four,
to
four,
me.
four, four, four.
You said Doge.
Stay.
Jira move?
You're gonna move straight to the person on 3. I got hit by the confusion. You gotta chase after him. Nicely done.
Nice.
Servo has done what nobody else in this party has managed to do. Chase down the confused person. Probably.
Chase him down. Chase him down.
I feel like it really is over once you get confused once. You're gone. There's no saving you.
Sir, we are opposites. No. Well,
You should never be meeting anywhere,
Right.
but
Just remember,
yeah.
opposite out, same in. If you're standing
Right.
in a tower, you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with the wrong person. I thought it was my opposite.
That was just really weird. Me and Jihad both committed to like going completely the opposite direction of where we had to.
It's alright.
But we were with each other the whole way.
Signs
we were
opposite
directly
out.
each other.
Signs opposite out. Signs sane in. Never stand in a tower. That's, I guess, the best, simplest way to think about it.
I forgot what my buttons do.
My button is broil. It does damage.
I don't understand.
I have buttons.
I thought you
don't-
just
You don't get
stared.
to have buttons.
Dodge.
Buttons are a healer mechanic.
Healers have
I don't know,
mechanics?
You're
4.
you're not even a healer though. That's what your pet is for.
I have a swift cast res.
Stay.
I'm more of a reser than a healer anyway.
Pairs.
Sierra, stay.
Oh, my bad. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Make sure you can see, pan out so it's easy to see who you're tied to.
Yeah, y'all are standing in a circle. That's kind of rough.
It's better now. Same.
Seth are opposite.
Zero, you need to be on one.
Get close in, Jirago. So you're in the right alignment, but you were too far out.
Yeah, I
Remember,
just
same
realized.
signs
That's
in.
Second.
No worries. I'm gonna try to repeat it out loud, but we're waiting this time. Same sign in, opposites out. Don't stand in a tower. I don't think anyone was standing in a tower that time, so that's good.
No. Oh, yeah.
That's progress. Take what we can get.
Yeah.
Dodge. 2. Cross.
Resing Seth.
Okay, I'll get Jiro.
We're gonna have Quion's gonna be picked for Jihad's partner for this. We're not particularly Jihad's, but
I've got blue.
I'm gonna go to Jihad.
I've got blue.
Bring that, Seth. Bring that to the tank if you could.
Hard resing 0.
You guys got one more chance at this.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to dodge Buster
that was,
Bomb.
yeah, that was good. That was good. That's all. Seth got
ow.
killed, though. That's
Well,
too bad.
now I'm fucked. Don't worry, I'm just confused and running
Shield
around.
and heal, we can live. Alright, we lived. We can't
Kind
get
of.
Seth up in time. Hard resing Seth. Except ASAP if you can. I don't know if you're gonna get loop. You're probably not gonna be able to get it fast enough. Go, 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 go. Can he get it? I think so. Yeah, we did it.
Nice.
Alright. Watch your tide.
Steph, we are opposite.
Opposite out. Opposite out. Don't stand in a tower.
Same in. Same
Zero
in.
and Jirago, you guys need to get in, and that would have been perfect. Everyone was good. Just make sure you get right next to his hitbox if you're the same. Right next to his hitbox.
Remember, the magnets will push or pull you,
Yeah.
and the push or pull will resolve the tower.
You guys identified everything else. You identified the tower axis, you identified the partner and the repel, so pretty good. Just make sure you get all the way
Oh,
in
yeah.
for in.
Yeah, so I was right. Rose got fucked by work, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last ride for me, and then I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah.
Fort. Be ready to move. Cross.
Resing.
I'm yellow. I don't know what.
Oh,
that's
why I
me.
fucked it up.
Jihad?
Yeah, I
Oh,
couldn't
me,
remember what
Jihad.
it was. It's my bad.
Somebody was in the middle with us.
Yeah, it's my fault. I remember in the stamina, I thought it was the 3 group, but this is all 3 of them were stacked. It's just where I rezzed. Zero was bad. I should have rezzed them somewhere else.
Okay,
Okay.
GG, guys.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's fine. We
The
can
end
call
of
it here
the
for today, and then we'll come back on Monday. Thanks to the new people for joining us. We love having you for the raids. Feel free to hang out in our Discord. I post stuff for the